Hello friends, welcome to Behind the Designs, where I create a beautiful life through creative planning. I'm Stephanie and today I am going to be setting up my very last disc-bound planner setup for 2024. All right, so I ordered this, and I've had it probably now for a week or so. But I'm going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work yet, but I felt I needed to separate out of my main planner, my mini planner, kind of like a segment or a section. Technically, this could be a tab within there, but as you know, my mini is jam-packed and I don't have a lot of room left in it anymore. So for this setup, I am going to be kind of downsizing a bit the discs. Now, the funny thing is when I got this, I looked at the discs and I'm like, they're so small, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and by the way, you may hear my doggy barking. She's just cray-cray, so don't mind that. All right, so this is a shipment I got and I'm going to set it up. So here's again the card that you get with it, a thank you card. And you get this fun little metal, does it go this way? This way. A metal ruler, or not ruler, listen to me, paper clip that you can put onto your page. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and call this and cut this off. I have so much Jane's Agenda tissue paper. I'm pretty sure I could cut this and it'll be fine. All right. So here we go. All right, let's get the tissue paper out of the way and let's talk about it just a bit before I start setting it up. Okay, so I decided to grab these. They're 1 1/4 inch discs. They are the blush copper. So they have both a copper and a pinkish tone to them. And I'm excited to use these. These are probably about the size of a classic Happy Planner disc. And then I ordered 2 sets of project notes, planner inserts, as well as 2 sets of trifocus note pages, which are also inserts. Now, here's the thing. This is all a junior size. So I've used a junior size before, but I've never used it in this way. So this is kind of this idea that, I got. I'm going to work it and see how well it works out for me. So I've got these. I also purchased the tabs. You saw these in my, I believe it was my classic setup, I believe. Or maybe it was my mini. I don't even know. So many setups. But I did order these in a different size. These are the 12-month tabs. They're numbered and they're all like florals. So I have those. And then this is the cover I'm going to be using. Now look at these two together. Okay, you probably can't see it as well. Let me get this out of the packaging. All right. Now this is a snap-on cover. So this is not the wrap cover I'm used to. A snap-on cover, I'm not, a stranger to a snap-on either. But I haven't used one from Jane's Agenda yet. So it's mildly stiff along the edge, which, could support, the whole whatever you're jamming in there. But what I do love is I do have the 2 pen clips or holders and then 2 pockets here and then the pocket here. So I do like that fact. Let's get these open because I kind of want to get this set up quickly. All right. So let's see. I don't want to poke my cover. Last thing I want to do is ruin my cover. Let's make sure I get this correctly. Did I get it all? I don't think I got it all. Oh, here. Oh, there we go. in here. I'm trying not to stab myself. Come on. There we go. All right, where's my lid? Let's just set that aside. All right, look at how delicious these discs look. I don't know if it's going to look the way I want. Again, this is just, it was a thought that came to mind, and I'm like, you know what? I want to give this a try. So let's see, we have 8 and there's 9. So I need all but 1. Let's get all these out. Okay. So you can see like how great they look. Let's see if I can try and not get a glare. Okay, maybe there. So they're really pretty. Okay, now here's the nervous part. Oh, that was easy. Maybe I'm making more of it than it really is. This is super easy. Okay, ignore me. I don't know what I'm saying here. It is Tuesday. It's New Year's Eve. You know, we don't go anywhere. You know, I'm gonna kind of tell you a little something. So the funny thing is, we really, most of the times, I just go to bed. I used to stay up, you know, when I was younger, and I would like call my parents, and now I just kind of go to bed. I don't usually watch the ball drop. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I'm not overly worried when it's New Year's Eve. It's just fun. There's all the glitter, and, you know, everyone's having a good time, and it's kind of, you know, this whole vibe almost of, you know, a new year, you've got new planners, it's, you know, new opportunities. So yeah, it's exciting, at least for me. You know, maybe not everyone has the same view that I do, but I kind of like it. But I also like to go to bed and not stay up. So you'll see me tomorrow. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the tabs in here, because I'm kind of doing this on the fly. Like, I have a general idea of what I want to do, but it's going to kind of develop as I start to use it. So here's the thing. I intend to use this again as a segment to my main planner, which I'll pull out, you know, when I get this all set up. And what I am intending to use it for is, I think in a previous video I said projects. I probably said that mostly because I did purchase the project notes, but my intent is not necessarily to use it is projects. So as you can see, I'm just kind of holding you out there, dangling the little carrot in front of you, and I haven't said it yet. So here's what I'm doing. I plan to use this for product development. So, and that's why it's kind of projects, because I do have a project that is way overdue. I should have like completed this long ago, and I didn't. So I kind of need to get myself in gear and get this project finished. So I'm intending to use this for that purpose. So this will supplement my mini. And again, my 2 main planners, I say planners because this is not going to have a calendar in it, I don't think. And more to come on that. I may eventually put one in, I don't know. But basically, it's going to be when I need to work on a project, or I have a project idea, a product. Again, for me, project and product are sometimes interchangeable. So again, everyone has a view, you know, about what is a project, what is a product, you know. Long story short, I'm thinking at the moment that I'm not going to use a calendar, so it's not really a planner, but this with my mini are going to be my really go-to kind of planners. So I intend to Oh, and then I got notes and things. Perfect. We'll get that in after. So let me see how many I've got of each. So here's what I'll do is I'll kind of go through like the general idea. I'm going to get this going, and then I'm going to go through the general idea of how I'm setting it up and kind of why, like how I plan to use it. Now, I don't think I need that. I think these are just all trifocus, right? Yes. Okay. So let's get this one out. I don't think it tells me on the sheet how many are in here. Let's see. So here's this. Oops. And then the cardboard. Let's get this out of the way. All right, so I need to count these. I didn't pay attention to how many come in the packet. So let me count these really quick. Okay, so I counted these. There's 24. So I've got a number. Again, this is going to be monthly. Let me just start putting this in. All right, so for the trifocus, and again, I may use some things, I may not, but for right now, I'm going to kind of span both of these packets into each one. So if there's 24, it's going to be 2. This is kind of this is the tedious part, getting it set up. But, it's worth it in the end. And so when I first ordered this, I was contemplating how I wanted to approach this. And I was contemplating, how did I want to, how did I think I would plan to work on this product development, so forth. So I could easily have set up a mini. I have most of these. I don't know if I have the project, but I have most of the items in a mini. But because I'm already using a mini, I do like different sizes of planners if I'm using more than one, just because it kind of, it's that quick visual of what does what function. So that's sometimes why I end up setting up more than, the normal in terms of planners or notebooks or what have you. So I decided, I don't know why, I think maybe just more writing space to develop the ideas, I think. Again, this is totally doable in a mini. I was contemplating it, but as my mini became so full, because I now added in those months, I added in these tabs, my mini is kind of maxed at this point. So I figured I would just pull this out separately because it's not something technically that I'll look at daily. Maybe during periods I may, because, I'm going to be working on a project. So I didn't anticipate really needing this that often. So that's why I didn't really go with putting it as a separate tab in my planner. So now what I'll do is when I have an idea or I'm working on an idea, I can just immediately pull this out and I'll be all set. So I like that. I like that I can just, with the wrap cover in the mini, I can pull the mini out and I can do this. But I just wanted something separate. Like something wasn't working for me. So I decided to go with this, and I'll admit I was nervous because I love my mini. Hold on. Okay. I am just... Okay, so these usually come with an odor on them. I don't know why. And it's not, I don't want to make it sound like it's just Jane's Agenda. All the vinyl, or sorry, the plastic dividers always come with an odor. So here's the thing. I am very sensitive to the odors. So this has an odor to it. This is going to go at the end of my planner. and it's going to contain some note paper. So all I'm going to do right now, because what I've been doing with these is every time I get one, I do wash it with soap and water. It is plastic. It'll wash, you dry it off, and it's good to go. I just don't like the odor. So I'm just going to set this aside for now. And I am going to go with, I'll just put this little Post-it note in there. It's not very pretty, but it'll work. Okay. So off to the side here, I have, so as you can see, I am not a stranger to the junior size. This is ARC filler paper. I had it on hand and I figured rather than, you know, buying more, I'll just use what I have. So again, imagine that the tab will be here. I didn't think ahead of time to wash the tab, so I apologize for that. Again, that's just my thing. I just don't like the odors. Now, if you notice, the stem on the Jane's Agenda tab, so they're kind of the same, but if you notice, the mushroom head is larger on Jane's Agenda than it is on ARC, but it still works the same way. And I do need some note paper in here, so I'm going to go ahead and toss these all in there. And then I'm going to kind of walk you through the process that I'm thinking will occur at this moment. So anyhow, back to my point about buying a junior. I was concerned that I would really like this size and then, want to switch my planner and all that. So it does make me a little concerned that I might love this too much, but the bottom line is all this is going to be is for product development. Right now, that's the only plan. As you can see, I have a lot of note paper. So I'm just going to pop it all in here. Hopefully I still have enough room for the project notes. The other thing I could do if I really felt the need is I could, let me get this in there. So you can tell how old some of this paper is. See, this paper has kind of that shiny edge to it, so they kind of put extra support in it. It's ARC paper. It's the same paper. They changed it a little bit, but they have this edge to it. So I've had it for a while. I'm not lying. It's been in my stash, as they say, for quite a while. Okay, so let's see. What was I saying? Oh, so the other thing I can do, if I really felt the need, and I may do that, I don't know, I'm still on the fence, is for each of the tabs, which will represent each of the months, it's my intent to do certain projects during certain months. So it's important to have the month tabs. What I could do if I felt I needed it was I could get the 1-page calendar page to put in here so I can kind of maybe mark out when I was thinking I might do the release of the product. So that's an option, absolutely, that I have should I want to do it. I'm going to get these out now. And whoops. Let me get them both out because I'm going to assume that these have the same number of pages. Hopefully I'm right because that's what I'm going to go with. All right, here we go. Now I've got all of these. Let's get these out of the way. So again, I'll do two per tab. Okay, so this is where I start to think about what I was doing. So right now, I'm thinking I want to put the project planner. I could always change it. For now, I'm going to put it behind the Trifocus notes. And so I'm going to go into each tab and do 2 of those. And so my purpose for doing this was because, the timing of when I do things and when I want to do things just are kind of off all the time. You know, there's so much to do and so little time in a day, as you all know. So I am counting on this little setup to help me get through that and keep me focused on those projects, and getting them out in a timely manner. So again, you can only do what you can do. It's all based on time. But this is my game plan for 2025. So I am going with it. And then again, it's going to be a simple setup. I was concerned when I looked at these discs, because again, I have 2-inch discs on my mini and they're jammed. But I also realized at that point that I'm only using this for one purpose. And for that reason, I don't need large discs on it. Plus, it makes it a little more portable. So we're going to pop these here. And then last one before my tab. Now that tab, in case I didn't show it, it's a bottom tab and it just says notes and things. So that will go here again, just to delineate where this ends and the note paper begins. That's the only reason. Okay, here we go. So as always, I always love, hold on a minute. All right, so I always love to have a highlighter with me. So, I mean, I don't really have a, let me just do pink. I always go either pink or green. That's usually what I go with. I want to do, yeah, let's do this one. And then let's do one of these. Okay. So I'm going to tuck this in here. And I am going to put a highlighter, I think here. And then I need a pen. What pen? I had pens. I'm trying to find where I put them. Okay, so I have this pink Pilot, Friction Pilot Point Knock pen. It's in an 04 size. It's really nice. Let me show you. Not that you can really see too well on this, but it just writes really fine. Sorry about that, little cough. What I like about it is that it is erasable in case I make mistakes, which are bound to happen, you know, or, you know, something changes, you know. I do not have anything for these pockets just yet. So this is my plan on how I'm looking to use this is for, again, each of the months. And now as I like get this all set up, I'm thinking I may grab a single page calendar because I think that would be helpful to see, you know, what I'm going to do or when I plan to release something per month. So I'll get that, add that in. So right now with the trifocus, my plan is to plan it out. Let's see, we got 3, 6, 9, 12. So it gives it, and again, I won't necessarily use both pages, but my plan is that I can, you know, plan out, or so this is kind of like my idea drop, brain dump. So this will be my idea. These might be the steps that are going to need to be that go into creating that idea. And it could be anything I'm creating. It could be a printable, it could be a product, whatever. So what it is, it will go here, the steps here. Maybe even like a tentative release date or something like that. And then the project planner page. Let me get this closer so you can get a glance at it. Okay, so basically this is what I'm anticipating using for those projects that were more or need to have more of a deeper dive into the details of it. So, of course, I have a line for product, objectives, my start date, deadline, completed on, the milestones, resources. I love this progress tracker. I can you use my highlighter, highlight as I get there. And then the action plan or tasks, the deadline and who, which the only who is me. And then on the back, there is some note paper. So that is probably the bulk of how I'm planning to use this. I already have the project that I need to set up on one of these papers. This is the project I was telling you in the beginning. So what'll end up happening is if it is a large project and I don't anticipate needing to finish it in the month that it's under, I will just keep moving this through each tab until, I've finished doing whatever I wanted to do. So, for me, that makes sense in my brain, and that's probably how I'll do it. And that's the same throughout. So this is going to be, those two, I'm noticing something. So look at these two pens, right? So they're kind of really hitting each other. I guess that means I need to stuff it a little bit more. Who knew if you stuff your planner more, like your pens would sit nicely. Just saying it. The little things we think of. All right, so let me pull over my mini. Okay, so, and I actually may come up with a cover page for this. Just something that maybe goes with this more, and it'll basically be probably scrap paper, cut it down, punch it, that kind of thing. So right now, look at this. So when I talk about the discs, right? Let's take a look at this. Look at these things. I mean, this is just so big and this looks so small, but each one serves this purpose. So this is my everyday go-to, and as you can tell, it is jam-packed. Like, I don't think I can get anything more in there. And I may even have to filter out a few things. But this is my everyday. This is going to be, kind of that content planning. This is my business planner, basically. I will be going through a flip of what is in here, how I use it, what components of business I'm tracking, how I'm tracking it. I do have a detailed flip of this coming, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button. So this is my everyday business. And then this is now going to be my project or product development. I'm going to call it a planner, even though there's not a calendar in here. Sometimes in my brain, when I hear planner, I think calendar. But really a planner is anything where you're planning something in. So this is really my product development planner. It's sort of full. It could use a little more. And we know what the inside is, so let's get that out of the way so that I have a little more room over here. No frills, bare bones. When I need to develop a product or I need to, brain dump an idea here, I'm going to pull this out. And then I've got one for each month and I am good to go. So this was my last Discbound planner that I was setting up for 2025, but it's my last setup video for 2024. And I do have other setups and more will come on those, but this is all Discbound. So I don't have my classic handy or else I'd pull that out. So there you go. I hope that I was clear enough in how I was planning on using this. You know what else would look delicious with this shell wrap cover would be a chocolate snap cover. More to come on that. All right, so for right now, this is the Oh gosh, what was the name of this cover? Rouge Pink. I had to find the paper that said what it was. This is a Rouge Pink snap-in cover, blush copper discs with tabs, filler inserts, note paper, friction pens, highlighter, and I'm ready to go. And I'm going to start writing up and developing that first product that I have been working on for over a year. And I need to finish it. So this is going to help me do that. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. I will have any supplies, which are mostly the friction pens here, listed in the description box below. As well, if you're looking to pick up something similar or anything in general, there is a discount code link in the description box below for Jane's Agenda. I would so appreciate if you use it, that you use that link when you make your first purchase. I would truly appreciate that. And it'll give you a little discount because every little bit helps, right? All right, I want to wish you a happy New Year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Please be safe, enjoy your time, and I will see you in 2025. I hope you have a wonderful day as you create a beautiful life, one planet at a time. Thank you for watching.